Now, we will continue with growth and development of toddler. We are moving to the last part of it. We will see play, needs, and hazards of a toddler in this slide. What is the play in toddler? They continue the play of infancy, especially up to 2 years. In that sense, pleasure play, skill play, all these things are involving. And the typical play of a toddler is known as parallel play. So they enjoy sense pleasure play, onlookers play, skill play, all whatever they were doing, and they will concentrate on parallel play. What is parallel line? Okay, two lines will go parallelly, straight each other. So it maintains the distance between two lines equally, so it never touches. It goes to infinity in a parallel level. So the same way, parallel play means two children sitting together. They're not playing together. They are sitting side by side and playing with their own toys. Here there is no mixing of toys. They don't know how to mix. Mixing they will learn only after 3 years. They will be playing with their own toys. So that is known as parallel play. Sit parallel to another child who is playing, and even the second child also is playing, sitting and playing. And they internally enjoys the presence of another baby, but they may not show it. This type of play is known as parallel play. So here they are playing with their toys, sitting parallel to another child and playing without mingling and without mixing the toys. It is known as parallel play. So again, the toddlers would like to have free and spontaneous play. So let them decide what they need to play, and constructive play is important. So that is why buildings, okay, and builder blocks must be given during this particular period, and provided with the blocks and fitting toys. Okay, the parts are separate, and if he fits together, the toy can be prepared. Push and pull toys, ball, doll, household articles. Kits are available for all household articles like kitchen set, doctor's set, okay, whatever they see. And mud or clay, crayons, picture book, cards, play, telephones, etc. And even whenever you select a kit for a toddler, it must be simple play. Kits are available in various degree according to the level of the age of the babies. So toddler require the simplest form of the kits. So this is regarding the play in toddler. So toddlers will continue the play of an infancy, and along with that, the parallel play is known as the typical kind of play that the child performs. And skill play also is very important. As they are learning more and more skills, they will enjoy learning skills. So performing these skills repeatedly itself is a pleasure giving activity to the baby. So skill play is equally important in this age group. But the typical non-play of a toddler is parallel play. Now let us see the needs of toddler. Needs we can divide into psychological needs, physical needs, and health supervision. Psychological needs. Love and security. Okay, every person need love and security. Yes, toddler indeed. The parental love should be consistent. It is not that when baby doing good, I love. When the baby do anything bad, I hate. No. It should be consistent and it should be unconditional. Yes, Marlowe says that the parent love should be unconditional love. She says that the example like God the Father, He gives rain for both good and bad. He does good for both good and bad. So that should be the attitude of parents. Unconditional love and openly expressed. Yes, the love which is not expressed cannot be called as love, because why we are not expressing? Yes, something is preventing from expression. What is that? Okay, if there is something which prevent expression, that means that love is not correct or complete. So it is important that the parent should express the love, tell it out, openly say that you are good, I love you, I love your character, I like this character, you are good. It is too important for a toddler. They may do all mischiefs. This is the age of temper tantrum. That is not child is creating by himself or herself. It is a peculiar character of an age group. So don't judge the baby. Even if the baby is doing bad, mother or father should express the love. Clearly, we can say that I like you, I love you because you are my son, but I don't like this activity of yours. Corrections can be given. It is not that we should accept every activity. No, we are loving the child and correcting the activities. The child is like a plain paper and the writing is done by the parents. So teach them clearly which action is correct, which action is wrong. So we can use different measures for that. So that is the second one. So disciplining leading to self-control. Okay, discipline. Here the child's activity is increasing. He is involving in various type of activities, but he really don't know which is good and which is bad. Okay, now we have seen it is working in this area. What I want, what I like is considered to be good. So they will try to do everything. Even if they want a knife, yes, I want it. That it adult know that knife is dangerous, but children cannot understand it. They have not grown up to that level. So parents should be consistent in disciplining. Toddler period may not give a physical punishment. Okay, we can and withdraw any pleasant situation, withdraw child. Okay, you since you have done it, I am not going to give this toy for you to play. Or we can make a baby to sit somewhere and ask him not to move from there because you have done a mistake. Okay, such a small punishment can be given, can be started during toddler period. Okay, so this constructive discipline helps the baby to behave in a better manner and happier manner next day. So what happened when the when a stranger is coming to the family? Okay, first time babies may do wrong, so teach them how to do, and next time they may do with minimum mistakes. And what happened after few correction and explanation? When they perform well, they will get appreciation from the strangers. Yes, then the baby become happy and appreciate even for the obedience, for accepting the corrections. Appreciate the positives, automatically we can reduce the negatives. So certain consist qualities that parents should possess is consistency. What is wrong? It should be continuously wrong. Clarity. Why it is wrong? Why I am telling you not to do this? Firmness. Yes, we should not uh, we should be firm enough. If it is, yes, it has to be. Should not change the words or even the attitude of the parents. Immediacy. And for if their child is doing anything wrong, immediately correct it. Do not postpone it. Only then the child will be able to understand the consequence of that activities. And encouragement of an independence is too important for the baby. Encourage every good activities of a baby so that they will be able to do it in a good manner. Only if we provide discipline in this manner, baby can understand the meaning of it and slowly they will be controlling self. They will know how to behave when a stranger is coming to the family and even with the elders. So everything should be taught. So that is why family should have one value. Parents are growing up, father and mother is growing up in a two families with the two values, but when they form a family they should have only one family. How early they each individual become we, okay, we feeling that effectively they can do parenting. So that is why the love and care between the parents, father and mother, is too important in disciplining the baby children. Okay, next is dependence progressing to independence in self-care. Okay, we you have seen as a infants they are not able to do anything, but now at the end of toddler they are even able to eat by self, and they may try to brush by self. Ask him to, okay, let him do it, just correct it towards the end if it is required. So whatever, when the baby is in bathroom, let him involve in bathing. Okay, let him also wash his own area according to his or her knowledge. Then afterwards you do it for him. So dependence, slowly encourage his independence in decision making and activities, and achieving control over bodily functions. Okay, how to control his body, and toilet training is the most important aspect. I have explained in the last audio regarding that toilet training is one of the most important aspect of a toddler. It affects the whole personality till the death. Next is developing self-image. Yes, as I explained in the infancy, self-image is developed by the child looking at what is the image of others towards himself. If the parents consider him or herself as good person, she feels, yes, I am good, I am useful, I am good person. So that is, there comes the importance of parental appreciation. The parents should liberally appreciate according to the, okay. So according to our culture, we are very curious in criticizing and punishing, and we are a bit low in appreciation. Change it all time. Give more appreciation. Reduce the criticism. The present appreciation level of us is good for not to keep the level of a criticism. Okay, so appreciate, learn to appreciate, encourage even the minute activities. So you will build up your baby. Now, what are the basic psychological needs? Yes, love and security. Every child should feel like I am a loved one. Mama is loving me or Dada is loving me. They want me. Okay, so love and security. Security is too important. Okay, I could see the children who brought up without father, even as an adult, they have an insecurity feelings within themselves that controls even their adult life. Insecurity what they experience during the growing period or during the growth years, even as an adult it controls their personality. So how important to get the security by the father and the love by the mother. No one living or child living alone with mother is insufficient alone in father also is insufficient. To provide love and security, the child need both parents. If the children need both parents, they should have love and understanding. Here comes the importance of having constant parenting with own father, with own father and mother. So their understanding and living together in happy is too important to nurture the children as a healthy person. And present rate of divorce and the new concept of living together, it is not going to affect the elders much. Yes, it is, because it is a consequence of their own activity, but it is going to affect the children most. Poor children, they have not done anything for that, so innocents are going to suffer due to the inadequate or inappropriate behavior of an adult. That should not be encouraged. Now we'll see the physiological needs of a child. Okay, first is the nutrition. The children are busy with their activity, so they may not find time in eating, yes, but they need a 3 well-spaced meals and snacks in between. So make sure that the children are getting adequate nutrition. Since they are too busy, you can give small food and and which can be take it like banana. They can do the activities and eat it. Okay, such a food must be encouraged during the toddler period. Cut the food into small pieces to reduce the possibility of choking. So the choking should be avoided during this particular period. Okay, in the beginning age especially. Then nutrition supplement must be given according to the needs, and if it is required, vitamin drops can be given to the baby. So baby need nutrition well spaced 3 meals, and it must be in small amount and frequently it should be given. Cut into small pieces, and nutritional supplements can be given according to the need of the baby. Next is accident prevention. Yes, children are increasing their mobility and locomotion, and they are improving with fine motor control, and along with that they have heightened curiosity about the environment and the emotional sensitivity, increased emotional sensitivity. So these will be leading to various type of accidents. It may be burns, falls, suffocation, poisoning, injuries, drowning, motor vehicle accidents. Yes, toddlers are prone for various kinds of accidents. Parents should prevent it. I am not going to tell the detail of this in this class because we will study it later in prevention of accident. It is there in your textbook, page number 107. Next is the health supervision. A child need to visit the pediatrician or child health unit for immunization. The child need various immunization during toddler period. Okay, they need DPT booster dose, OPV booster dose, and MMR that has to be given at 16 to 24 months, 18 months. Then varicella vaccines can be given and typhoid vaccines can be given. So these optional vaccines and hib vaccine also can be given. So booster dose, hib vaccine booster dose. So the vaccination must be given on time. So baby must be taken to the for the health supervision and dental checkup. Okay, now by 2.5 years the teeth eruption completes, and again this is the time where the baby is eating too much sweets, so they need to have regular dental checkup to make sure that these teeth are not getting destroyed. So children need to take for health supervision, for immunization and dental checkup. Then if there is any sickness, accordingly we must take the baby to the hospital. Now hazards of toddlers. Toddlers are prone for various hazards, speech hazards. If the baby is failing to listen, they may not be able to start speaking. So if there is any hearing problem, it may affect the speech. And if the quality of the young children and the family members is not correct or not intelligent, the children also will follow the same manner. Then if there is more than two languages are spoken in the family, such a babies will develop the speech slowly. And the content of the young children's speech, the elder's speech also is important. There is tendency to follow it. Okay, learn completely and learn the family language. So family should have a correct language. Otherwise, the children will develop inappropriate speech. Next is emotional hazards. Emotional hazards are mainly if there is a dominant unpleasant emotion. Example, anger. For each and everything, if the family members are getting angry, child may not know to express the emotion in a correct manner. So there are times to laugh, there are times to enjoy, there are times to cry. So any dominant emotion in the family affects the emotional development of the baby. And development is too strong affection and by one person also is not correct. Usually it is commonly seen by the mother. Okay, so that partiality, we can say that looking at one baby or too much loving, okay, affection will prevent independence. So what happens, the baby will go for inadequate development. Next is a failure to become, okay, if the baby is failed to become emotionally attached to the parents, and instead if they become attached to any of the toys or any other inanimate objects such as blanket, okay, that is also leading insecurity. So emotion hazards, we can see either is unpleasant emotions in the family, okay, especially dominant emotions. And if it is stressful family, we can see that the anger, that is one of the major stress of the changing family system. Then too much affection and even emotional attachment towards the inanimate objects. Next is the social hazards. Okay, the children socially, they must be encouraged to involve with others and encourage them to do involve in the activities so that they will be able to develop socially. If the parents are not socially active, or if they cut down the relationship with other peer groups, and proportionally maybe spending too much of time with the peers, all these things can have uh, hazards, act as a hazards of social hazards. Next is the play hazards. The children lack playmates. Okay, in a toddler also they need playmates even though they do not mingle. And if they too much time they watch on TV or any other mobile, and playing with aggressive toys, okay, these things can act as hazardous. Okay, so lack of playmates, watching TV for a longer period instead of involving in active play, and playing with the aggressive toys, these will act as a play hazards. Then sexually, the children will start to speak out the body parts. The parents must be taken care so that all the part of the body is good and it has got a purpose. So should not feel shame when the baby speaks on the genital organs, touching the mother's breast, exploring their body. All these things are considered to be during normal this particular period. Do not make any comment or discourage or encourage. And whenever we teach the genital area body parts, and it is equal to any other body area, do not judge it. Okay, the parents should be consistent in explaining. So that is regarding the toddler's sexual development. So we have seen the toddler, it is an important period. It's too important for the personality development. So study well, it is even important for the exam point. Okay, I'm completing here. Thank you.